Working with Top Pro was a very positive experience. From the very beginning, it was an extremely transparent interaction. Working with Antonio and his team, from the first time he looked through to estimate the work, he was able to give a really detailed estimate with a breakdown of all the work and materials that he was expecting to need and do. After we agreed, he became very quickly involved. From day one of when he was proposing to come in, he was there with his full team, and the speed and execution that they went through was very fast. They were very on top of things, but at the same time very communicative the whole time. So they were talking, with me about what they were doing, when they were coming, questions throughout. It was always questions that had a point of view. They didn't just give problems, they gave situations that had options of where to go, which was very helpful as someone who I had never done the extensive work that we were doing with the renovation. So that was extremely helpful. The price was fantastic, and not just the amount, but the clarity of what we were paying for. It wasn't simply just a blanket number that had a assumption of all these things covered. He was very specific about the work he was planning to do, and if there were changes needed throughout the process, he was very clear about that and very transparent about why and what was needed, which again was very comforting from an owner perspective on what we were getting and what we were receiving. The speed of their executions wasn't just showing up on time, but they were able to work ahead of schedule and throughout the whole process. They were often ahead of everything that I was expecting in terms of having demolition done or whatever phase we were in. They were usually well ahead of that time. But at the same time, the quality was extremely helpful too, or extremely top-notch quality. They would be working to complete based on their timelines, but then they would often bring me in to show me every step of the way that if there were any adjustments or any preferences that I wanted to factor in. He was very communicative about making sure that I was getting what I wanted, and often had suggestions on how to make it even better that I maybe didn't even think about. So the quality was extremely top-notch and very good. And just concluding the whole project was very smooth. He was able to finalize all the little pieces and adjustments very nicely. And again, from someone like me, it was I didn't need to think about the little details. He often would catch those little things that I would notice after the fact, but during the whole process, he was very helpful in terms of just making sure that all the different pieces of details and even the big stuff was all taken care of. So from someone, again, who'd never done a large renovation before, working with the Top Pro team was just super fantastic, and I'd highly recommend it.